This was my first time working with it. So I think it was so easy. Like Nikita said, even with our participants that were having some trouble with their tech part of it, it was really easy to walk them through how to download the app and how easy it was from there to navigate all of the tabs to get there.
Welcome to the C3 Podcast, Conferences, Conventions, and Continuing Education, presented by Engineerica Systems, a resource for our current clients and prospective clients with industry news, event expertise, and innovative technology. And we are your hosts. I'm Janelle Connor, an educational events planner, along with Asher Lazo, our conference tracker technology expert.
Hello.
We are excited to share with you part 2 of our 3-part interview with Tina Plank and Nikita Edwards, leaders of the Tennessee Community HIV/AIDS Partnership. They recently held their first virtual event using Conference Tracker and wanted to share their experience with our audience. Let's get back to where we left off in our last episode.
We were very happy to work with Engineerica, and Asher was available whenever we needed him, whenever we needed some tech support, he made himself available. So it was, honestly stress-free for me working with you all.
Oh, wonderful.
So we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We were definitely going to ask you what you thought of your experience with Conference Tracker. So that's great feedback.
Yeah, it was so stress-free, especially from someone that has so much anxiety.
I understand because same here.
I had so much anxiety about how everything was going to turn out. But anytime I emailed Asher, even if it was last minute, it's like, oh, just set up a time anytime you'd like to meet. We can get it fixed. So even till the last minute, he was helping us with making changes and making sure that everything went smoothly. So Asher, thank you so much.
Not a problem. I'm glad to help. I'm glad everything went well. What did you think overall about the software in general?
For me, I really liked the fact that it offered just an array of features, especially for persons who are tech savvy. We had several people to download the app for convenience, just in case they were on the go and, wasn't physically sitting in front of a computer. That was a very efficient feature. So a lot of people enjoyed that. I got a lot of good feedback from that. Also, being able to present any information that wasn't included in the videos, for an example, the subcontractors and agencies that we service in this area. I was able to add their information to the platform that Engineerica Conference Tracker included. So that was really good. I had a lot of people give me good feedback on that as well. I really liked those features. And then also, not to mention the administrative side of it, we were able to track how many people registered. So we would know whether we needed to do another reach or email or increase our Facebook ad or whatever we had. It just basically kept us in the know. It was easy to assess thanks to Asher instructions and direction. But it was easy accessible. I really liked the toolbar. The toolbar was user-friendly. Mm-hmm. Definitely the interface was user-friendly and very appealing. So it wasn't, once I got used to just the platform and the toolbar, it was very easy to use. And even for our participants, even those that were kind of challenged technically, they were able to go to I think it was the social chat room, mm-hmm. and comment on the event, or we were able to keep the momentum going in the background by just displaying encouraging comments in the social chat room and, this video was very inspiring. So I really liked that piece because it kept the momentum going along with the program.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that aspect of it too, because it really, again, brought the engagement side to it that
absolutely
you're hoping that will come across when you have something virtually. So that was a really cool aspect. Of course, since I was doing the drawings for the event, having the ability to pull everyone's name from the conference was really awesome too.
Oh,
I
yes.
was really, of course, savvy. This was my first time working with it. So I think it was so easy. Like Nikita said, even with our clients or our participants that were having some trouble with their tech part of it, it was really easy to walk them through how to download the app and how easy it was from there to navigate all of the tabs to get there.
Awesome. Yeah, we're so glad to hear that. We definitely wanted it to be a tool that's immersive and helps engage the audience. So it's great to hear that that's what it's doing. And then you've already given him props, but can you tell us a little bit about the types of things that you reached out for support and your response there?
I mean, Nikita, I don't know about you, but I contacted Asher for any little question I had. Oh man. I mean, yeah, I know that I reached out a lot on my end because I was collecting the videos from our speakers and entertainers. So I reached out to Asher to ask how that whole thing was going to work, how to set up the sessions. And he basically told me just send them my way. So that was a huge weight off of my shoulders because I was just able to send it right over to him and know that it was going to look fantastic, which it did. And then, of course, since we did have the drawings, those videos that I submitted were a little bit later submitted, kind of like the day before, day of. and you know, it was just really convenient to have Asher available for that.
Excellent. He is very tech savvy and can quickly place the videos where they need to be. So that's awesome.
Can I listen in now? I can't. I can't just sit here with all these compliments. This is weird.
And you guys liked the virtual broadcast experience, and what did you feel like that was like for you and your audience?
I think it was well accepted and well received, especially considering I think a lot of people during this pandemic, they've been burned out with virtual anything. Let's be honest.
Yes.
They're burned out. But you know, like I said, just the formatting of the video, it was visually appealing. It was professional. I think a lot of people enjoyed that. And then, as I mentioned, with the different features that was included with Conference Tracker, being able to engage socially during the event, I think that kind of attracted people's interest as well, especially participating throughout the entire event, because you'll have some people that will sign on and then they'll sign off, or they won't stay during the duration of the programming. But again, I think we received a lot of good feedback from beginning to end about this event.
Awesome. Talking about all the speakers that you guys had and all those videos that you sent in, the fact that you went with the pre-recorded videos, it was actually, while Tina did mention that, you know, the drawing ones were a little bit later than the other ones, but that was due to the fact that we were waiting for, you know, everyone to sign up to actually get all those names in there. For the most part, all those videos were available very, very quickly, very ahead of time, which is not the easiest thing to do in my experience when it comes to getting all these speakers and presenters to actually submit their pre-recorded videos. So what was the process of getting all those people kind of coordinated to get that in so early and so ahead of time? Did you have any tips that you could help with conferences out there that do something similar?
Well, that to me is great news that it was ahead of time. Because I felt behind all the time. No, I think that it's important to plan ahead, obviously, on what your vision is and how that's going to translate into a virtual event. I know that we spent a lot of time talking about what kind of topics we wanted to speak on. We had a lot of conversations on who the best people would be for those topics when we were thinking about local people that work with our agencies. So we had a lot of conversations about that. And then also we, like Nikita said, had a lot of our clients and other people that were interested in participating too. So we just made room for where to put those videos in. Because, for example, our client that did the red ribbon video, he reached out to his case manager, which then reached out to us. So that was really exciting that we had people that knew what we were doing, kind of saw what we were putting together, maybe heard about it through the grapevine of what we had planned virtually, and that wanted to participate. So that was exciting for us. And then we had Catherine Buckman. She works for the state, the Tennessee Department of Health. So she was a big participant with us with our committee meetings and kind of guiding us on how this year's World AIDS Day would go. So she was the one that reached the people at the top, if you will, and got some engagement from them as well. We actually had one of the pretty much like top people in Tennessee over HIV prevention send in a video kind of hyping everybody up on the theme for World AIDS Day 2020 and some really encouraging words on how we're in this together and we're going to continue the fight regardless if we have COVID or, what have you. So that was really inspiring. We decided to put him right at the beginning of our session because we wanted to have that as a spotlight on what this event was themed around.
Thank you so much, Tina and Nikita. And thank you to our audience for tuning in for this second part of a 3-part interview with TNCHAP regarding their recent and successful virtual celebration. We hope you'll subscribe, share, and join us again soon. The C3 podcast is produced by Engineerica Systems and the Conference Tracker team, elevating your event with each step.